Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are going up against my friend Green Heron. Always a pleasure battling her, and we're using Gastrodon today. However, I have a few battles that we actually had battled a few days ago that I never got a chance to upload, so I am uploading them before the Gastrodon begins. So these battles are from a few days ago, early in the week, sometime like that. So we're doing these battles, and then we're going to switch over to Gastrodon, and I'm loving Gastrodon, but we'll talk about that as we start using it. So let's take a look at her team. It's going to be Altaria, Wishcash, Alolan Sandslash, Poliwrath, Bronzong, and Shiftry. And for these battles, my team is Poliwrath, Bronzong, Probopass, Alolan, Ninetales, Wishcash, and Altaria. So she's going to knock me out with Blizzard, so nicely played. I did not shield that, maybe thinking it was like a Mud Bomb. But anyway, I bring out my Poliwrath, going for the Ice Punch, and this Ice Punch will knock out the Wishcash. She opts not to shield, bringing in Altaria. So I'm like, okay, well, this is a pretty good situation for me because Poliwrath is going to be super effective with that Ice Punch and doing a lot of damage at that. So we switch into the Ninetales. She actually switches into Shiftry, and yeah, she had no counter that was good enough to handle Alolan Ninetales with the Shiftry, as well as the Altaria, both being weak to Charm. So looking pretty good for us. All we have to do is just charm these Pokemon down. She has 2 shields. We don't have to worry about it. Altaria is going to fall to a Charm, so there we go, Alolan Ninetales pulling it on through. So we do go ahead and win the first game. So very good game. Very good game. So we're going to go ahead and jump into another one right now. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and lead with that Ninetales again. And she leads with Sandslash. Now this is obviously not good for me. Of course, if she has Gyro Ball, it's going to be worse. I don't think she does, but it's still not good because we're doing resistant damage. So I have my Poliwrath right now going for the Dynamic Punch against the Bronzong. Doing a good amount of damage, but that Bronzong is able to try and farm us down. I didn't want her to get to a Psyshock, so I do go ahead and go for my Ice Punch. I guess she maybe thought it was a Dynamic Punch, although she would have still taken a lot of damage. She just wanted to farm me down. So she does go ahead and knock me down, or knock me out, I should say. So now I have the Ninetales as well as the Altaria. So I do go ahead and bring in my Altaria, and we're going to take a Psyshock to the face, but we could take it. She actually has enough because she charged up a bunch of energy, so she has enough for another one. And again, we're going to take it. Still having 2 shields, still holding on to both of them. We do go ahead and farm down that Bronzong, but the Sandslash comes out, and this is definitely not a good situation for me. We knew she had Sandslash. Ice Punch will knock me out. We bring in that Ninetales. I'm lagging, but, it doesn't matter. I mean, what am I going to do? She still has a shield. She charges up really fast. We were not going to win this one. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shield this attack up. It will be a Bulldoze. So she does have Bulldoze and Ice Punch. She does not have Gyro Ball. But again, in this situation, we're not really looking too hot. We do go ahead and go for that Psyshock. And we actually almost farmed down that Sandslash. We actually still have a shield. I'm going to go ahead and take this attack. Maybe thinking it was a bluff. It was actually a Bulldoze. So we are going to try and farm down the Sandslash. She actually gets off another attack. Obviously going to be that Ice Punch. So we actually do go ahead and feint the Sandslash, but she's going to bring in Altaria. And we actually come close. We actually come close because we do go for the Psyshock. So this is actually a close game. So who knows? Maybe that lag did matter. I don't know. I didn't think it did, but maybe it did. Maybe it did. But I don't know. Either way, good game. She does go ahead and win this one. And she does feint me down. So very close game, despite the fact that I thought I was going to lose early on. But very close nonetheless. So we're going to go ahead and jump into another one. I do lead with my Wishcash, and she leads with her Bronzong. So definitely favorable for me. We are going to be doing a lot to Mud Bomb. She does switch out, perhaps trying to catch the Mud Bomb, but we do go ahead and charge up to the Blizzard. And this Blizzard is going to knock it out if it hits. It does not hit, so nicely played on her end. I do switch into my Alolan Ninetales, and I know obviously it has Sky Attack and Dragon Pulse. It's not going to be a Dragon Pulse, so we're going to take that Sky Attack just fine. And trying to farm down the Altaria. Unfortunately, she gets to another Sky Attack, so I am going to go ahead and shield this one up because I do not want my Ninetales to be knocked out. And we do go ahead and successfully feint that Altaria. She brings in Bronzong, and I'm going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam. And I know Ice Beam, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll take that damage. And she's just trying to farm me down at this point as she's able to do so, so that's fine. And let's see what happens. I do go ahead and bring in my Wish Cash. She has a charge move. I do take this attack. It is going to be a Psy Shock. We could take it. So she actually gets off another one. So do I go ahead and shield this? I do decide to shield it. And it is going to be another Psy Shock. Would have knocked this out. And I do go for the Mud Bomb. I was hoping to be able to feint it down. But I was like, no. That confusion is going to knock me out before I can knock Bronzong out. I do have my Wish Cash. Couldn't get to that Mud Bomb. We would have taken the shield if we could have. But that's okay. She does go ahead and hit me with a Bulldoze. We're able to take it. Just going for the Dynamic Punch. I do go ahead and bluff with the Ice Punch, expecting a shield. It would be crazy for her to predict that Ice Punch. She does not. She does shield. Correct play, in my opinion, because it obviously would have knocked her out had it been a Dynamic Punch. So we do go for the Dynamic Punch, and that will knock out Sandslash. So very close game. Very close game. I feel like I could have been in a better situation if I didn't let my Wish Cash faint. I was trying to switch out, if you saw, before I was knocked out. Instead of using the Mud Bomb, I could have used the Mud Bomb to take the shield against the Sandslash earlier on in the battles. But that's not what happened. So we're going, is this the last one? I'm not too sure. Anyway, I have my Bronzong against Shiftry. I switch out, trying to catch the foul play, but she doesn't use it. She does bring in Bronzong, so obviously Bronzong is going to be good against my Ninetales, although we are doing damage. I mean, we are adding up in damage, so I guess we've got that going for us. I will go ahead and get off that Ice Beam. I mean, look at that. That Bronzong is actually really weak, so Ninetales is really putting in some damage, even against something that resists it. But ultimately, we will go down to that Bronzong. Could have shielded and I guess knocked out the Bronzong maybe. But, anyway, we do go ahead and go down. So this is going to be a Psy Shock. Probably couldn't get to a Bulldoze. So I'm going to go ahead and feint down that Bronzong. And it does fall. So now Shiftry comes out. And I click on the Bulldoze. I don't really know why. I guess I could have shielded, but she decides to block anyway. Now I'm fully expecting foul play. It is going to be a foul play. That's going to do a lot of damage. In fact, it's going to do so much it's going to knock us out. And then I bring in my Poliwrath, and I do go ahead and shield this Leaf Blade up because I cannot take a Leaf Blade. Well, I probably could take it, but I would be taking a lot of damage. I'm going to go ahead and shield that Leaf Blade up, so I do get to my Ice Punch, trying to knock out the Shiftry. Probably maybe should have shielded up the foul play from the Bronzong, but the thing is, she would have gotten to another one, right? So I don't think it would have mattered. She would have been able to knock out, and then she would have had Leaf Blades anyway against my Poliwrath, so I don't think it mattered. But I am going to go ahead and go for the Ice Punch. And by the way, I will be using Shiftry in a future video for this cup. I do think it's a good Pokemon. I was trying so hard to get to that Dynamic Punch, but she beats me to it. If I got to that Dynamic Punch, we would have knocked out that Sandslash. So very close game, but she does go ahead and win that one. So those were fantastic games, and now we're going to jump into the next set of battles with my Gastrodon. Now her team is staying the same, but my team is Gastrodon, Venusaur, Charizard, Sandslash, Wishcash, and Altaria. And I will lead with Gastrodon. Absolutely terrible for me. So I am going to go ahead and switch into Charizard. I could have stayed in a little bit longer with Gastrodon and tried to catch the Leaf Blade with Charizard. Could have done that because Snarls are not going to be super effective against Gastrodon, obviously. So we do go ahead and knock her out with Blast Burn. And now she brings in Sandslash, and this is fantastic for me. We just have to farm down. So I decide to commit a shield because I'm like, well, she's going to bring in a Alolan Sandslash against my Charizard. I mean, I know what she has. She has a Shiftry, so she brings all Pokemon that are weak to Charizard, and this is absolutely fantastic for me. So I just go for the Blast Burn, and I'm actually going to go ahead and try and bluff the Dragon Claw, hoping to take a shield. But even if we don't, I mean, it's still we're going to be able to finish off with Fire Spin, so it doesn't matter. But we do go ahead and shield this one up. Fantastic position for me. I couldn't ask for a better position. Despite the lead, we just had it with Charizard. So anyway, we go ahead and take this foul play. So at the end of the day, Charizard is knocked out, but we bring in the Alolan Sandslash and just finish her off with Powder Snow, and we do go ahead and take that one. So yeah, Gastrodon is a lot of fun. It has Mud Slap, which was recently boosted, right? So it's doing a lot of damage. Mud Slap is doing a lot of damage, and it charges up relatively fast. I mean, it's kind of like Confusion in a way because it does a lot of damage, but it also is slow, right? So as you can see, we're just chunking away with Mud Slap. So we do go ahead and get to the Body Slam. I am going to go ahead and go for it. So we do go for the body slam, and that will do a decent amount. I mean, look how much mud slaps are doing. So loving it, loving Gastrodon. So much fun, guys, so much fun. We get hit with a blizzard, unfortunate, but it's okay because we're going to go ahead. We're going to be able to beat this Wishcash. We go for the body slam. I mean, it ultimately depends on shields and everything, but she didn't use any shields. And now she brings in the Altaria. Couldn't get to another body slam. That is okay. I look at the Pokemon I have in the back, and I bring in my Altaria. And this Altaria is going to go ahead and get off a Sky Attack against me, or a Dragon Pulse. So I do go ahead and shield. It is a Sky Attack, as I expected. I thought it was going to be. So we get off a Sky Attack of our own, hoping to maybe knock this out, but we actually do take a shield. So I'll take it. I will take it. I believe I shield this one, and I think I commit to fainting down. So I do go ahead and shield that Sky Attack. So let's see. I think I'm just going to try and faint down that Altaria as we do. So we do have a Sky Attack ready to go. Unfortunately, it's Bronzong in the back, but we do go ahead and go for that Sky Attack. And then I decide to switch in Charizard against this Bronzong. And I do charge up to Blast Burn, and I go for Blast Burn. I should have went for the Dragon Claw because I knew the shield had to come at this point, right? So I'm not really sure why I didn't go for the Dragon Claw, but at the end of the day, it didn't really matter because we're going to be knocked out, and then our Altaria is going to come back in and get knocked out. So I thought I had that game, but that Bronzong's able to beat my Charizard. So that was really impressive. So well played, well played. So for the next one, I lead with Altaria, and she does as well. So it is an Altaria mirror match. And just go into town. I guess whoever gets to the Sky Attack first, we're both going for it. She does get to it first. I guess it was a CMP type because I was clicking on it. I do go ahead and shield this one up. And I do get to my Sky Attack, obviously, as I said, CMP tie. So let's see if she wants to shield it as well. And she does opt to shield it, so that's fine. And I'm trying to get to it again. She actually gets to it, so she does get to it before I am successfully able to get to it. So I do go ahead and shield it, and then because she used a second Sky Attack, I knew I'd be able to feint her down. Or at least I thought I'd be able to feint her down before I had to use my Sky Attack. So now I'm going to use the Sky Attack against the Shift Tree. If the shield doesn't come out, it's going to be knocked out. The shield does come out, and we're just continuing to do as much damage as possible. Can't bring in the Gastrodon. She switches. I switch into Gastrodon immediately because I want to save that Sand Slash for the Shift Tree. I cannot have Gastrodon against a Shift Tree at all. So Dynamic Punch comes out. Can't do anything about it because we have no shields. And we do get to the Earth Power. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and go for that Earth Power. Earth Power... It can lower defense, right? I think it can lower defense. Anyway, we get off one more Mud Slap, but she does get off a charge attack, which is going to be a Dynamic Punch, and that will knock out Gastrodon. But Gastrodon did its job enough that we have the Sand Slash ready for the Shift Tree. Even being hit with a Foul Play, we would have been able to take it, I believe. Let's see what she goes for. I think she goes for a Leaf Blade, but either way I could take it. It is a Leaf Blade, we could definitely take that. Pretty sure I could have taken a Foul Play too. But anyway, we knock out the Shift Tree, and we do go ahead and take that game. So another good game, another good game. We actually got 1,000 Stardust as well, so that makes me happy. Getting Stardust always makes me happy, doesn't it? So next game, I do lead with my Gastrodon again, and she leads with Wishcash, excuse me. And again, we saw this matchup earlier, so we're able to just play it out totally fine. Of course, we could be hit with a Blizzard, and that's going to be a Mud Bomb, so we do take the Mud Bomb. We do go ahead and go straight for that Earth Power, thinking that she would probably think it was a Body Slam and not Protect, which is the case. So we're just trying to farm down at this point. And if we're hit with a Blizzard, this will definitely knock us out. Let's see if we are. We are. So Blizzard will knock us out. So she does go ahead and win that one. And as you can see, I have both Mud Boys with me because you have to understand, she has Shift Trait, which is obviously not good for Wishcash as well as Gastrodon because of Leaf Blade. But we have time to switch out because it's not a fast move. It's not like Razor Leaf, which would start to shred into us, right? So, I thought it was pretty cool. Let's go ahead and see how both of them work together on the same team. We are going to go ahead and shield that one up. We charge up to a Blizzard and go for the Mud Bomb. Of course, if she doesn't block this one, she runs the risk of being knocked out with Blizzard. But she does block it, luckily for us. And then we go for the Blizzard, which we know will knock out this Altaria easy. So then she brings in Bronzong, and we have two Mud Boys, don't we? Well, one of them was knocked out, so we don't have them left anymore. But, you know, we had them in the game, you know, in the battles. Anyway, Mud Bomb doing a good amount of damage to that Bronzong, and then we bring in Charizard, and Charizard's just going to be able to farm this one down because we do have a shield. Could have taken the Psyshock anyway, not well, but we could take it. So we're just going to farm down Bronzong. So you do have to be careful if you bring in both Mud Boys or multiple Pokemon that are weak to grass, because if they do have a grass user like Victreebel, Venusaur, Meganium, whatever it happens to be, Meganium's not eligible for this cup, but you guys get what I'm saying. You do have to watch out. Anyway, next up we have 2 Sandslash, so we're both going to town. I do go ahead and go for my Bulldoze straight away, not going for the bluff this time. Let's see what happens. She will not shield, so that's good for us. And we're trying to get to another Ice Punch. We know she has enough energy, obviously, for that Bulldoze. I'm going to risk it. It's going to be an Ice Punch. So we do call that one correctly. We actually get to another Ice Punch, but not fast enough. She does get off a charge move. Unfortunately, this one's the Bulldoze. But we survive on like 1 HP. So we're able to get to this Ice Punch. And that actually doesn't knock it out, so she does faint us first. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I don't have good PvP IVs in my Alolan Sandslash, so that could be why. But we do go ahead and bring in Gastrodon. Gonna be able to feint it down with Mud Slap. Poliwrath comes out. Obviously, we're not gonna switch into a Charizard. So we're gonna go ahead and block this one up. It is gonna be an Ice Punch, so nice bluff on her end. And we are gonna go ahead and go for that Body Slam, hoping to catch a shield. Because, I mean, Earth Power would do a decent amount. She does go ahead and shield, so that's good for us. And now she is going to go ahead and go for another charge move. Let's see. We're going to not block this. It's going to be another Ice Punch. So that was a good no shield on our end. Going to go ahead and go for another Body Slam. Can we catch the last shield? We can. So that's good for us. And at this point I'm thinking, well, maybe because she double shielded that Poliwrath, maybe she wants to knock out my Gastrodon because she has something in the back that's weak to Gastrodon, like a Bronzong. I don't know. So at this point, that's why I wanted to keep Gastrodon alive so we could see what's going on in the back. So we do go ahead and knock out Poliwrath. It's going to be a Wish Cash, and I switch immediately into my Charizard, so perhaps a really bad switch. I was a blind switch. Because I was thinking, well, if it's Bronzong, we want to begin with Charizard, and we're going to be able to knock it out with a Blast Burn, but it was a Wish Cash. So going to be hit with that Blizzard, and then Charizard's going to fall. And we bring in my Gastrodon. Now, obviously, if this is going to be a Blizzard, we lose the game. I didn't think it was going to be Blizzard, so we're able to survive that, and we actually get off a Body Slam, and we're actually able to win that game. So, very close game. Look at how much life I had left. That's like, looks like 1 or 2 HP, right? So, very close game, but we are able to pull it on through. So, I'll take that. So, we're going to jump into another game. And this time we're leading with Gastrodon again. She does lead with that Alolan Sandslash, so definitely good for us because these Mud Slaps are going to do a lot to something that's squishy like Alolan Sandslash, as well as being weak to ground. So she switches. I'm late on the switch into my Altaria. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and shield this one up, the Sky Attack, and we're going to be able to get to a Sky Attack, so we do get to it. I'm expecting a shield, but at least we could take a shield, right? And she does not shield, so that's, I guess, good for us because we're able to knock out the Altaria, and then she brings in the Sandslash, and that's not good for us, so we don't want to see Sandslash against an Altaria, but it's okay because we have our Gastrodon in the back, and we actually do a lot of damage. Look how much damage we did to that Sandslash. So we have Charizard as well as Gastrodon, both of which are going to be good against the Alolan Sandslash. So I do bring in my Charizard, and we're able to just feint it down. She was probably at an Ice Punch, but maybe she just didn't get to it in time. We do go for the Dragon Claw, and this Dragon Claw is going to be met with a shield, totally fine. And then we switch into Gastrodon, going for the Body Slam. Just want to get as much damage as possible against this Wish Cash. Actually, my ultimate goal is to take both shields. That's why I tried to do that, but I guess she didn't shield that Body Slam because she knew she could take it. Going to go ahead and shield this one up. It is going to be a Blizzard, so that was a good shield on my end. And I figure, okay, let's go ahead and take the last shield with this Body Slam. And Body Slam does come out. She will shield that one up. And are we going to be able to get to another one? If this is a Blizzard, this is going to knock us out. And it is going to be a Blizzard, so we do fall. But that's okay because Charizard is at a Dragon Claw. And there's no way she's getting to another Blizzard before we get to a Dragon Claw. So we do get to it and knock out that Wish Cash. And that will be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for the battles, Green Heron. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, check out one of my other videos that you'll probably enjoy.